It is today that marks 46th anniversary of one of the worst nuclear accidents in the country. 3 Mile Island, Unit 2 suffered a partial meltdown on this day in 1979. I'm Joel D. Smith. Thanks for being here at 6. Now there are plans to restart a different reactor on that same site. CBS 21's Grace Ruffalo joining us live in Dauphin County after attending a protest about this today. She has what everyone's talking about now.
Hey, good evening, Joel D. So like you said, this has been a very controversial plan to restart Unit 1 at the 3 Mile Island. Today, people were voicing their concerns and they're mostly worried about their safety.
A breakdown in an atomic power plant in Pennsylvania today is probably the worst nuclear reactor accident to date.
Exactly 46 years ago, the United States saw one of its worst nuclear accidents, and it was right here in central PA. On March 28, 1979, 3 Mile Island Unit 2 had a partial meltdown from equipment malfunctions, design issues, and worker errors.
The accident at 3 Mile Island changed me and my whole concept of being a mom.
There are now plans to restart Unit 1, a different reactor on the island that was shut down back in 2019. Today, protesters took to the Capitol to voice their opposition to this plan.
These people who live in the area, they have no clue what they'll go through if we have another partial meltdown.
They say that there aren't proper evacuation plans in place if another accident were to happen.
Radiation doesn't care. Radiation is radiation does not stop at a 10-mile arbitrary limit. You don't move them. There's not enough ambulances anywhere to move these people, all right?
Supporters of the reopening say that this will help bring jobs and families back to central PA.
And you're seeing people come back that are being hired back, that are coming back to this area, bringing their families home, buying homes. I mean, it's a good feeling for a lot of people in the area.
Yeah, so as of right now, the plan is to restart Unit 1 as a Crane Clean Energy Center, which is estimated to open in 2027. Reporting live in Dauphin County, I'm Grace Ruffalo. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
So we reached out to Constellation Energy about today's anniversary. Here's what they said. The lessons learned from this day in 1979 allowed Constellation to operate the other TMI reactor known as Unit 1 safely for decades. When it closed in 2019 for economic reasons, it was the highest rated plant in the country for safety and reliability. Today we have a historic opportunity to build on the lessons from 1979 and restart that unit, investing $1.6 billion in new equipment, technology, and training to launch the Crane Clean Energy Center and restoring 600 good jobs for central Pennsylvania families. The governor's into this as well, a big supporter of this. Here's the statement going along with that, saying in part that the Crane Clean Energy Center will, quote, continue to create energy jobs and power Pennsylvania forward. So what do you think about this? 46 years in the making. What do you think about when you talk about TMI? What comes to mind, especially what happened in 1979? So that was our question. You guys had some interesting answers on here. How about this? Patty, I was in college back then. 2 girls across the hall were from Middletown. I heard screaming. Asked what was wrong. They were very scared. How about this one here? I remember the t-shirt, says Chris. It said, I didn't die at TMI. That'd have been an interesting t-shirt to still have today. Nancy says it's worrisome not knowing what might happen. And then you go to this one right here. Nick wasn't born yet. This person says, my boyfriend at the time was fishing along the river. We got married 2 days later. One more here. I was in 7th grade science class, and then the teacher was celebrating a birthday that day. We got sent home because our school was a fallback shelter for the locals at TMI. How about that? A lot of history from this place and a lot of people thinking about it. We also have a poll to tell you about. It's on our Facebook page asking how you feel about the restart of TMI, and you're looking at the live results right here. 46% say, yeah, they agree with doing that. Another 30% say no, and 12 for indifference or not sure.